Today I'm going to show you how to make a realistic wood texture in Photoshop from scratch using a very simple process that gives you natural looking grain, depth, and those little imperfections that make the surface feel believable. This is a great technique for backgrounds, mockups, design projects, and anytime you need a fast custom wood texture without downloading anything. And if you find this tutorial helpful, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more Photoshop tips and step-by-step design guides. Alright, let's jump in. First, create a new document in Photoshop at your preferred canvas size. For a clean working file, something like 2000 by 2000 pixels at 300 pp works really well, especially if you want enough detail for later use. Once your document is open, look down at the left toolbar and set your colors carefully because this texture is going to be built from those colors. Click the foreground color box and choose a medium warm brown, something like a rich wood tone. A good example is Hex 7C5C3C. Then click the background color box and set that to a much darker espresso brown, something like 382414. This color contrast is what gives the texture its natural wood variation. Now that your colors are ready, create a brand new blank layer. You can do that by clicking the plus icon at the bottom of the layers panel. Keeping this on its own layer is important because it makes the texture easier to adjust later if you want to refine the look. With the new layer selected, go up to the top menu bar and choose Filter, then Render, then Fibers. This is the core of the entire effect because the Fibers filter uses your active foreground and background colors to generate the grain pattern. When the Fibers window opens, you'll see two main settings, Variance and Strength. For a solid starting point, set variance somewhere between 15 and 20. Lower values will give you longer, straighter grain, while higher values create more chaotic movement in the lines. Then set strength somewhere between 4 and 8. This controls how bold and defined the light and dark streaks appear. If you want a subtle wood look, stay lower. If you want a more dramatic, rustic grain, push it a little higher. Once those settings look good, click OK and let Photoshop generate the texture. At this point, the grain will probably look a little too straight and a bit too vertical, which is completely normal. Real wood is rarely that perfect, so now we need to stretch it for realism. Press Ctrl and T on Windows or Command and T on the Mac to open Free Transform. Then hold Alt on Windows or Option on Mac and drag one of the transform handles outward to stretch the texture. You want to expand the grain length so the lines become smoother and more wood-like. A good target is around 200% scaling, but don't worry about making it exact. The main goal is to take away that compressed, noisy look and turn it into long, natural veins. When you're happy with the shape, press Enter to apply the transform. If you want to take the texture to the next level, this is where you can add realistic wood knots and organic variation. Go back to the top menu and choose Filter, then Liquify. Inside Liquify, select the twirl clockwise tool from the left side. Make sure your brush is large enough to cover a decent area of the grain. Then hover over a spot and click and hold briefly. This will swirl the lines inward and create a knot-like distortion, which is exactly what real wood often has. You don't need to overdo it. Just a few subtle knots can make the texture feel much more believable. After that, switch to the forward warp tool and gently nudge the surrounding lines so the grain flows naturally around the knot. This is the part that makes the distortion feel intentional instead of accidental. Think of it like shaping the wood rather than damaging it. You can create one larger knot or a few smaller ones depending on the style you want. When everything looks organic, click OK to return to Photoshop. Now let's add depth and crisp surface detail. Go to Filter, then Sharpen, then Unsharp Mask. This helps bring out the fine texture in the grain and makes the surface look sharper and more tactile. Set the amount to about 50% and the radius to around 1.5 pixels. Those values usually work very well for enhancing texture without making it look harsh or over-processed. Click OK, and you should immediately see more definition in the wood pores and lines. For the final adjustment, add a Curves adjustment layer by clicking the adjustment layer icon at the bottom of the Layers panel. Curves is perfect for refining contrast because it lets you darken the shadows and bring out the character in the grain. In the Curves panel, pull the middle of the line down slightly. This deepens the darker parts of the wood and increases the visual richness of the texture. If needed, you can also make a tiny S-curve to add a bit more punch, but keep it subtle so the texture still looks natural. And that's the basic process for making a wood texture in Photoshop. You start with the right colors, generate the grain with fibers, stretch it for realism, optionally distort it with Liquify for knots, and then sharpen and adjust the contrast for a polished final result. Once you practice this a couple of times, you can create all kinds of wood looks, from clean furniture-style grain to darker rustic surfaces. If this tutorial helped you, please hit the like button, subscribe for more Photoshop tutorials, and let me know in the comments what effect you want to learn next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.